thing you do turns my whole world upside down. So don't say anything yet, just keep that smile right there. There's a feeling in the moment, floating softly in the air. And I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna scare it away. Let me stay right in this second with the words you don't say. You reach over for my drink, take a sip like it's your own. I pretend I don't notice, but I'm already overthrown. There's a spark in every glance, there's a rhythm in your tone. Every joke becomes a signal that I'm not here alone. Half sung low and playful, I don't usually fall this fast. I don't read between the lines, but the way you look at me now feels a little too defined. Like you're saying something quietly without making any sound. And somehow I understand it every time you're around. So don't say anything, just keep that smile right there. There's a feeling in the moment, floating softly in the air. And I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna scare it away. Let me stay right in this second with the words you don't say. Oh, oh. We walk a little closer, shoulders almost touching now. There's a question in the distance, but we're not answering somehow. Every step feels kinda lighter, every second feels brand new. Like the night is leaning toward us, just to see what we will do. If you take my hand right now, I won't pull away at all. I've been waiting for a reason, maybe this could be the call. Not a promise, not forever, just a step into the spark. But I think we both can feel it in the way we leave our mark. So don't say anything yet, just keep that smile right there. There's a feeling in the moment, floating softly in the air. And I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna scare it away. Let me stay right in this second with the words you don't say. Don't say. Low spoken ending, you don't have to tell me, I can see it in your eyes. This kind of moment doesn't need to be defined. Just stay here with me just a little while longer. We don't need a name if the feeling keeps getting stronger. Don't say anything, just keep that smile right there. There's a feeling in the moment, floating softly in the air. I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna scare it away. Let me stay right in this second with the words you don't say. With the words you don't say.
When the room is still, I hear you most in the quiet, like a gentle ghost. Not a sound that breaks the air, just a feeling that you're there. I move around like I'm the same, like I don't call out your name. But every step I take alone feels like something I've outgrown. There's a space you used to that doesn't mean it's gone. It just learned to carry on. When the room is still, I feel you close. In the silence, no one knows. In the breath I barely take. When the room is still, you come through. In the things I used to do, in the habits I can't break. I don't reach for what we had, I don't let it pull me back, but it stays in softer ways. In the rhythm of my days, there are moments I just pause without needing any cause. Like my heart remembers you before I tell it not to. And I wonder where you are, if you've traveled just as far from the place we used to be, or if you're still close to me. But I stop before it grows into something that I know I can't carry like before. I can't open that same door, so I let it pass me by like a thought I don't deny. But I never let it stay long enough to lose my way. When the room is still, I feel you close. In the silence, no one knows. In the breath I barely take. When the room is still, you come through. In the things I used to do, in the habits I can't break. It's not love the way it was, not the fire, not the cause, but a softer, quieter trace that I've learned to let in place. And I think that's how it stays through the nights and through the days. Not a weight I have to fight, but a part that feels just right. Even though you're not with me, even though you'll never be, there's a version of us still in the room when it is still. And I don't try to erase every line, every place, because losing all of you would mean losing something true. So I let it live this way, in the quiet, in the gray. Not a pain I have to heal, just a truth I choose to feel. When the room is still, you remain, not in loss, not in pain, but in something I can keep. When the room is still, I'm okay, in the calm, in the way I have learned to live with me. I didn't say it out loud today, just kept it somewhere in my mind, like something I thought I should feel, but never took the time to name. There were moments I almost stopped, times I didn't know what to do, but somehow I kept moving on without needing to make it clear. It wasn't perfect, not even close. Things didn't land the way I planned, but sitting here now, looking back, I think I made it through just fine. The chair holds me without a word, like it understands more than I say. And in this quiet I can hear something softer than before. I used to measure every step, counting what I did or didn't do, like worth was something I could track if I just tried a little more. But tonight I'm letting that go, not chasing numbers in my head, just noticing I'm still here after everything the day has been. There's a kindness in saying less, and not demanding so much from myself, just letting things be what they are, without turning them into more. I can feel the tension slowly fade, not all at once, but piece by piece, like something loosening its hold without needing to be forced. And maybe that's enough for now. Not a big change, not a sudden shift, just a quiet understanding that I don't have to carry everything. If I look at what I gave today, it's more than I will usually see, hidden in the smallest stacks I never thought to count before. The way I stayed when I could leave, the way I tried when I felt unsure, the way I kept going anyway, without knowing how it would end. There's something steady in that, something I can learn to trust, not because it's always easy, but because it's always there. I don't need to hear it from someone else, don't need a voice to say I'm fine. There's something quieter I can hold that feels more honest than before. So I'll sit here just a while, not fixing anything tonight, just letting myself exist without needing to improve. And in this simple kind of pause, there's more comfort than I thought, like something I've been missing that was always close enough. If tomorrow asks a lot again, I'll meet it in a different way, not pushing past what I can't hold, just staying where I stand. For now I think I understand something I've been trying to find. It doesn't have to be loud to matter, it doesn't have to be seen to stay. So before I leave this quiet place, there's one thing I wanna say, not to anyone else but me. You did well today.
Everything moved like it should. Days turned into something new. People came and people left, and I learned to follow through. I built a life around the absence, fill the spaces with my own. Learned to carry conversations without picking up the phone. And from the outside I look different, like I found a way to be, like I'm standing in the present, like there's nothing holding me. But there's a part I never moved, a place I didn't change, where your name still feels familiar, where everything remains. I'm still where you left me, not in time but somewhere else, in the version of the moment, still haven't let go myself. I'm still where you left me, in a way I can't explain. like my heart kept standing still while the rest of me has changed. I don't stay there all the time, I don't live inside that place, but it finds me in the quiet, in the pauses I can't replace. Like when something almost matters, like when something feels too close, and I realize without warning, you're the one I feel the most. It's not something I hold on to, it's not something I pursue, but it lives inside the rhythm of the things I always do. In the way I keep a distance, in the way I don't commit, like a part of me is waiting in a space you used to fit. I'm still where you left me, not in longing, not in pain, just in something unresolved that I never rearranged. I'm still where you left me, in the part I couldn't say, where the version of forever never learned to fade. And I try to understand it, try to name it, try to move, but some things don't need a reason, they just stay because they do. And it doesn't make me weaker, it doesn't pull me back, it just means that what we had was something I don't lack. It was real enough to linger, strong enough to stay, even when I built a life that slowly walked away. So I don't try to erase it, I don't try to make it new, I just let it exist quietly in the space that once was you. I'm still where you left me, and maybe that's okay. Not everything we carry has to fully fade away. I'm still where you left me, but I'm also moving on, learning how to hold both truths without saying one is wrong.
I said I'd only wait a little while, just enough to see if you'd arrive. But time has passed without a sound, and I'm still sitting in the same place. The chair has taken shape around me now, like it knows I'm not in a hurry, holding me without asking how long I plan to stay. I check the door without thinking, not expecting anything new, just letting my eyes move in a rhythm I can't quite stop. It's strange how waiting feels like this, not restless, not heavy, just a quiet stretch of moments that don't ask to be filled. I thought I'd feel the time more clearly, count the minutes as they pass, but instead it slips through gently without leaving much behind. There's something calm in staying here and not turning it into a question, just letting things unfold in whatever way they will. I wonder what's keeping you awake, not with worry, not with doubt, just a passing thought that fades before it settles into anything more. The room moves on without me, voices rise and fall around, but in this small and steady space, everything feels slowed down. I could leave at any moment, stand up and walk away, but something in me chooses to remain a little longer still, not because because I have to stay, not because I'm holding on, just because this quiet waiting feels like enough for now. I remember how it felt before, when time would press against my thoughts, when waiting meant something heavier than I could easily hold. But tonight it feels different, not something I need to solve, just a place I've settled into without asking where it leads. If you walk through that door, it will simply become that moment, not something I've built up or imagined into more. And if you don't, it stays the same, not broken, not unfinished, just something that existed here for as long as it needed to. There's a quiet kind of trust in that, and letting things be uncertain without needing to decide what it means right now. So I sit and let the time move on, not ahead of me, not behind, just something I'm part of without needing to follow. And for now that feels enough, this stillness, this open space, just being here in between arrival and whatever comes. I'll stay here a little longer still, not waiting in the way I used to, just letting the moment hold me until you come, or don't.
You're sitting closer than before, but not enough to notice. There's a quiet in the air tonight that only I can hold. You say something I don't catch, 'cause I'm stuck inside a moment where your voice feels like a place I didn't know I'd know. I don't wanna rush this feeling, I don't wanna make it real. Sometimes words can break the balance of something this concealed. So I keep it where it's safest, in the space before it shows, where a glance can mean everything and nobody else knows. Before it finds a name, before it asks for more, before it turns into a truth we can't ignore. Let it stay this way, unspoken but alive, like a secret we both feel but never have to define. You reach over for your cup and your hand almost meets mine. It's the smallest kind of moment, but it echoes every time. And I wonder if you feel it, or if I just made it up. If this quiet little tension is enough to call it love. But I don't need an answer, I don't need it clarified. There's a beauty in the maybe that I'm trying not to fight. 'Cause the second that we name it, we might lose the way it breathes. before we start to measure it or try to make it stay. Let it live like this, simple and untied, like a feeling passing through that we don't have to guide. There's a softness in your laughter that I'm learning how to keep, like a melody that lingers even when it doesn't speak. And I know this might be fleeting, like a night we won't repeat, but there's something in this moment that feels quietly complete. Maybe love doesn't need labels, maybe not every spark must grow. Maybe some things are more beautiful when you simply let them go. Not because they aren't enough, but because they already are, in the way they touch your life without leaving any scars. Before it finds a name, before we turn and choose, before we risk the way it shines by asking it to prove. Let it stay unknown, let it stay this light, something we can carry gently through the rest of tonight. If tomorrow changes something, if we never speak of this, I'll still have the way you look to me, like I almost didn't miss. And that's enough to hold on to without asking what it means. Somewhere between what we are and everything between. Before it finds a name, before it slips away, we had something real enough to never need to say.
I didn't think I'd see you here again, in a place that feels so close to then. Not the same, but still the air carries something we both share. There was no sudden change of pace, just a quiet look across the space. And in that second, soft and clear, everything just brought you near. I don't know what we're meant to say, or if we'll let this slip away, but something in the way you stay feels like it never went away. You don't ask me where I've been, I don't ask you what it meant. We just stand inside the time, like it's gently realigned. And I found you again in the middle of now. Not a question of how, just a feeling somehow. I found you again, not the same as before, but a little bit more, like we've opened a door. There's a softness in your smile, like you stayed here all the while. Even when we walked apart, you were somewhere in my heart. And the way you say my name hasn't ever really changed. Still the same quiet tone that has always felt like home. We don't need to make it right, we don't need to hold it tight. Just the way we're standing here feels enough to keep it near. And I feel it in my chest, something waking up at rest. Not a rush that pulls me through, just a steady pull to you. And I found you again in the middle of now. Not a question of how, just a feeling somehow. I found you again, not the same as before, but a little bit more, like we softly, even plain, there's a chance we might become something steady, something warm. We don't need to rush ahead, we don't need the things unsaid. All we have is what is real and the way we choose to feel. And I found you again in the calm of this space, in the look on your face, in the time we embrace. I found you again, not a dream I recall, but a truth after all that was never too small. Stay a little if you can, let this slowly understand what it means to begin, even after it's been. Stay a moment in this light where it quietly feels right. If we're starting anew, I'll begin it with you.
If I asked you now, you'd hesitate, and that would be enough. Not because you don't still care, but because it's not the same love. I can see it in the way you look, like you're already gone. Not in distance, not in steps, just in where your heart is gone. And I could reach and pull you closer, I could say the words you need, but I know what that would cost us, and I know what that would mean. It would turn into something heavier than what we used to hold. It would break the part between us that is still somehow whole. So I won't ask you to stay, even if I want to, even if there's still a part of me that hasn't learned to move. I won't ask you to stay, not because I don't care, but because I see the truth in the way you're no longer there. You don't need to say it clearly, I can feel it in your breath, in the pauses that grow longer, in the spaces that you left. And I don't wanna fight for something that you've already set free. Not because I'm giving up, but because I finally see that love is not about holding when the other lets it go. It's about the quiet courage to release what you can't hold. And I would rather lose you gently than to keep you out of place. I would rather let you leave me than to watch you slowly fade. So I stand here in the moment with your hand still close to mine, not pulling you back toward me, just letting go in time. I won't ask you to stay, even if it breaks me slow, even if the nights ahead are harder than I know. I won't ask you to stay, cause I loved you well enough to not turn what we had into something built on us. There's a kind of love that lingers even when it can't remain. Not the kind that begs for answers, not the kind that clings to pain, just the kind that understands it wasn't meant to last this way, but was still enough to matter, even as it fades away. And I will carry what you gave me without needing you to stay, without turning what we were into something I betrayed. Because the love I feel is honest, and I won't reshape its form just to make you fit a space you've already moved beyond. ask you to stay, and maybe that's the proof that what I feel is deeper than just needing you. I won't ask you to stay, even though it hurts this way, 'cause sometimes love is quiet enough to walk away.
I saw you standing where we used to be, like nothing ever really left in me. For a second I forgot the truth, that I don't get to come back to you. You turned your eyes and looked my way, like you didn't know what you could say. And in that silence, clear and slow, there was something we both know. We didn't need to speak it out, every answer was already found in the way we stood apart, holding everything inside our hearts. I could see it in your face, every feeling we couldn't replace, but we both knew deep inside there was nowhere left to hide. It's too late to stay, even if we want it now. Even if we try somehow, we can't go back again. It's too late to stay, even if it still feels right. Even if we hold it tight, we know where this will end. I almost stepped a little close, like I did so long ago, like I didn't lose my place in the warmth of your embrace. But something stopped me where I stood, not because I didn't want to, but because I understood what it means to lose for good. There are things we cannot fix, no matter how close we get to it, no matter how we try to bend what has already reached its end. And it hurts in ways I hide, even standing by your side, knowing this is all will be just a memory in front of me. It's too late to stay, even if we want it now. Even if we try somehow, we can't go back again. It's too late to stay, even if it still feels right. Even if we hold it tight, we know where this will end. And I wanted to say your name, like it would change everything, like it would rewrite the past, make this moment somehow last. But the truth was in your eyes, we were only saying goodbye. Even though we didn't move, even though we didn't choose. Sometimes love is not enough when the time has already cut through the life we tried to make, leaving only what we couldn't take. And I felt it breaking through every part that knew you, every memory we made, every promise left to fade. It's too late to stay, even if we want it now. Even if we try somehow, we can't go back again. It's too late to stay, even if it still feels right. Even if we hold it tight, we know where this will end. So I turn without a sound, leave the place we once were found, with a love that still remains, but will never be the same. And I know when I walk away, there's a part of me that stays in the life we couldn't keep, in the love we had so deep.
You don't have to say a word, I can hear it in your breathing. Every quiet little pause tells me everything I'm needing. We don't chase the perfect moment, we just let the minutes flow. There's a comfort in your presence that I never used to know. No pretending, no performing, no need to prove a thing. Just the way you lean beside me makes the whole room softly sing. I remember when it started, how it felt a little new. Now it feels like something steady, like I've always known it's you. Every laugh comes a little easier, every touch feels more like home. I don't feel the need to wander, I don't feel the need to roam. So stay just like this with me, no need to change a thing. There's a beauty in the ordinary that your love brings, and I don't need a reason to believe that this is right. It's the way we fit together, every morning, every night. You rest your head against me like it's always meant to be. There's no question in your heartbeat, there's no doubt inside of me. Every word we leave unspoken still finds a way to land, like a language we created no one else could understand. Half sung, low and close, I don't need to ask you anything, I already feel it there. In the way you stay beside me, in the way you always care. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it doesn't have to be. It's just something softly growing every time you're here with me. So stay just like this with me, no need to change a thing. There's a beauty in the ordinary that your love brings, and I don't need a reason to believe that this is right. It's the way we fit together, every morning, every night. No rush, no expectations, no need to redefine. We just keep on moving gently through this space that feels like mine and yours too. In every moment, in every step we take, there's a quiet kind of promise we don't ever have to say. If love can feel this simple, I don't want it any other way. Not a second of confusion, not a game we have to play. Just a steady kind of rhythm that we fall into so well, like a song that keeps on playing even after we can't tell. So stay just like this with me, no need to change a thing. There's a beauty in the ordinary that your love brings, and I don't need a reason to believe that this is right. It's the way we fit together, every morning, every night. Oh, oh, low spoken ending, we don't need to explain it, we don't need a name. It's just the way we are now, and it feels the same every time I look at you, every time you smile. Like this kind of love was waiting all the while. Oh, stay just like this with me, no need to change a thing. There's a beauty in the ordinary that your love brings, and I don't need a reason to believe that this is right. It's the way we fit together, every morning, every night.
I can feel it in the way I breathe tonight. Something shifting just beneath the calm, like the air is holding something new that hasn't found its shape just yet. It's not loud, it doesn't rush ahead, just a quiet sense of something near, like standing at the edge of change without needing to step too fast. I've been here before in other ways, moments that didn't look the same, but carried that familiar feeling of something opening slowly. There's a question in the way I sit, not one I need to answer now, just something I can let exist without turning it into a plan. The room feels softer than it did, like it's making space for what might come, not asking me to understand, just letting me be here first. I used to try to get ahead of this, figure out every next move, but tonight I'm letting things arrive without pulling them too close. So there's a steadiness I didn't expect, not from knowing what will happen next, but from trusting I'll find my way once the moment fully comes. I think I've learned to sit with this, the space before things truly start, where nothing has to be decided and everything can gently form. The quiet doesn't feel empty now, it holds more than I can define, like something waiting patiently for me to notice it's already here. If I move too quickly I might miss the subtle way it comes to life, so I stay right where I am and let the feeling settle in. There's no need to turn it into more, no need to name it just yet. Some things are better left untouched until they're ready to unfold. I can feel the past behind me now, not pulling, not holding me back, just something that led me here to this quiet kind of beginning. And maybe that's what this is meant to be, not a moment filled with noise, but something softer, something clear, a start that doesn't need to rush. I don't need to prove I'm ready or show that I can carry it all, just being here feels like enough for what's about to come. So I let this moment stay as it is, not pushing forward, not stepping away, just standing in between what was and what will be. And when it finally begins to move, I know I won't be caught off guard, because I've already been here, learning how to stay right before it all unfolds. There's a calm I didn't see before, and I'm holding on to that as the first step finds me.
So this is what it feels like when we finally let it through. Not a question hanging in the air, just something real and true. We didn't make it complicated, didn't turn it into more, just a simple kind of honesty we couldn't ignore. All the words we kept inside found a place to land at last, and suddenly the distance between us doesn't last. It's different now, I feel it in the way you say my name. Not like something you're unsure of, not like anything before. There's a calm inside the moment that I didn't have before, like the ground beneath us settled once we opened up that door. So now that we know, we don't have to pretend. No more careful conversations that stop before they bend. And I don't have to wonder what your silence really means. It's all there in the open, clearer than it's ever been. You don't look away as often, you don't hide behind a smile. There's a steadiness between us that's been building all this while. Every touch feels more certain, every word feels more aligned. Like we finally let the truth catch up with what we've been inside. Half sung low and grounded, I thought maybe it would change things, maybe shift us out of place. But instead it feels like something we've been moving toward with grace. Not a sudden transformation, not a world turned upside down, just a quiet kind of clarity in the way we're standing now. So now that we know, we don't have to pretend. No more careful conversations that stop before they bend. And I don't have to wonder what your silence really means. It's all there in the open, clearer than it's ever been. There's a lightness in the air now, but it's deeper than before. Not the kind that fades away, but the kind that roots itself more. Like we took a step together, without rushing what we feel. And everything we left unspoken finally started to feel real. If I look into your eyes, I don't search for what might be, I just see what's already here, right in front of me. Not a guess, not a maybe, not a path I have to choose, just a quiet kind of knowing there's nothing left to lose. So now that we know, we don't have to pretend. No more careful conversations that stop before they bend. And I don't have to wonder what your silence really means. It's all there in the open, clearer than it's ever been. Low spoken ending, we didn't force it, we didn't rush, we just let it become what it already was. And somehow that made it stronger than anything we could have planned. You looked at me like nothing changed, like we could pick up where we fell. But something in the way you paused was all I needed just to tell. We don't fit the way we used to, there's a space we can't pretend. Still my heart ran toward the moment, like it didn't know the end. I almost reached to pull you closer, almost said your name again, almost let the past convince me we could be what we had been. We almost knew what love was, standing right between goodbye, with your shadow next to mine, in that familiar kind of light. We almost crossed the distance, almost made it feel the same. But something deep inside us knew we couldn't stay that way. You smile like you remembered every corner of my face, like the nights we never questioned hadn't slowly lost their place. And I tried to keep it steady, try to meet you where you stood, but the truth was in the silence, we were never understood. I could feel the old connection, like a song we used to play, but the rhythm wasn't matching every step step felt slightly late. We were close to being something, close to calling it alive. But the version that we needed didn't make it here tonight. We almost knew what love was right before it slipped away. With your fingers brushing mine like you wanted me to stay. We almost held the answer, almost made it feel complete. But the truth was in the distance we could never quite defeat. And it's not that I don't miss you or the way we used to be. It's just clearer when I see you. What we lost can't be retrieved. We were built on perfect timing, on a version of ourselves. And no matter how we want it, we can't go back to that place. So I stayed inside the moment, let it pass without a sound. Didn't chase what felt familiar, didn't try to turn around. There are kinds of love that linger, but were never meant to stay. And we were one of those that slowly learned to drift away. We almost knew what love was in the way we couldn't hide. All the things we didn't say still echoing inside. We almost found each other in a version that felt right. But the truth we both were holding kept us quiet through the night. You walked past me like a memory that I couldn't rearrange. And I stood there understanding love can grow but still can change. Not everything unfinished needs a second chance to start. Sometimes closure is the moment you don't break your own heart. We almost knew what love was, but we knew enough to leave. And the way we didn't reach back is the reason we can breathe. We didn't fall apart again, we didn't lose control. We just saw what we had been and chose to let it go. I don't see you in the morning light, but I feel you in the quiet time. In the way the day begins to move, there's a trace that leads to you. It's not loud, it doesn't break through the choices that I make. Just a presence soft and true, always somewhere close to you. We don't share the same sky now, don't know where or don't know how, but there's something that remains, running deeper than the distance between. I don't need to hear your voice to remember every choice that has slowly brought me here, with your feelings always near. And it's still between us in the air that I breathe, in the space in between every word I don't need. It's still between us in the calm of the day, in the quietest way. You are never away. There are moments I almost turn, like your name is about to burn through the silence I'm standing in, like you're right where I have been. And the places we once knew still feel somehow close to you, like they carry what we were in a way that won't be blurred. I don't try to hold too tight to the shape of what felt right, because love like this can stay even when it's far away. We don't need to chase the past or pretend it couldn't last. What we had is still alive in the way I move through time. And it's still between us in the air that I breathe, in the
If the night feels longer now, if I wonder where or how you might be or who you see, there's still something here in me. Not a weight that pulls me down, not a loss I carry around, but a gentle kind of thread that connects what we once said. I can feel it when I smile, when I rest for just a while, when I close my eyes and stay in the middle of the day. And I know you feel it too, in the things you always do, in the silence you embrace, in the calm of every place. We don't need to be the same, we don't need to hold a name. What we are is something more than a moment we ignore. And it's still between us in the air that I breathe, in the space in between every word I don't need. It's still between us in the calm of the day, in the quietest way. You are never away. Still between us in the light, still between us in the night, in the distance and the truth. There is always me and you. Still between us always stays, through the time and through the days. Not a place that fades away, but a love that chose to stay.
Don't smile like that, I'm already losing control. You haven't said a single thing, but you're taking over my soul. I tried to keep this casual, just another passing day, but the second that you looked at me, everything just slipped away. There's a spark I didn't plan for, there's a pull I can't ignore. Now I'm thinking about tomorrow in a way I didn't before. You say something small and simple, I replay it in my head. Every word feels like a secret that I don't quite understand yet. There's a rhythm in this tension, in the space between our hands, like we both know something's coming, but we're scared to let it land. So stay here in this moment, right before it turns to more. There's a sweetness in the waiting I've never felt before. And I don't wanna rush it, I don't wanna break the flow. This feeling right between us is something we should let grow. You lean closer when you whisper, I can feel it in my chest. Every breath becomes a question, every glance becomes a test. I don't know where this is going, but I don't wanna look away. There's a chance inside this silence that I'm scared to throw away. Half sung low and close, I don't usually get like this. I don't read into a smile, but something in your presence makes me wanna stay a while. Not a promise, not a label, not a word we have to say, just a quiet understanding that we're drifting the same way. So stay here in this moment, right before it turns to more. There's a sweetness in the waiting I've never felt before. And I don't wanna rush it, I don't wanna break the flow. This feeling right between us is something we should let grow. No loud declarations, no need to define, just your eyes meeting mine. And somehow that's enough to make everything align. There's a beauty in uncertainty and not knowing what's ahead, but still choosing to be closer with every word unsaid. If this turns into something, I'll be ready when it does. is, but right now I kinda like it, being only just us. No pressure, no expectation, just the way your fingers move, and the way my heart keeps learning every little thing you do. So stay here in this moment, right before it turns to more. There's a sweetness in the waiting I've never felt before, and I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna break the flow. This feeling right between us is something we should let grow. Let it breathe a little more. There's something beautiful in standing at the door, not walking away, not stepping inside, just feeling this moment right here in between our lives. Stay here in this moment, right before it turns to more. There's a sweetness in the waiting I've never felt before, and I don't wanna rush it, I don't wanna break the flow. This feeling right between us is something we should let grow.
I picked up my phone and put it down again, like I've done 100 times since then. Your name still waits inside my screen, like it knows exactly what I mean. I could reach you in a single touch, but that would be too much, because I know what I would do if I heard a single word from you. So I keep it locked inside my hands, pretend I'm stronger than I am, but every second pulls me through, every thought comes back to you. I don't call you, I don't try, even when it burns inside, even when I wanna say everything I hide away. I won't call you, even when I break, even when my heart can't take another night without you. I won't call you, even when it's true that the only thing I do is still belong to you. There are nights I almost lose control, feel it shaking through my soul, like one word would set me free or bring you back to me. And I wonder if you feel it too, if it ever reaches you in the quiet where you are. Do you still feel how strong we are? But I stop before I cross that line, hold it in and buy more time, because I know what awaits ahead if I follow what my heart has said. Not the ending that I need, not the closure I would plead, just a moment I would chase that I couldn't replace. I won't call you, even when I break, even when my heart can't take another night without you. I won't call you, even when it's true that the only thing I do is still belong to you. And it builds up in my chest like a truth I can't confess. Every word I never send finds its way back again. There are things I wish you knew, things I never showed to you. Now they sit inside my mind with no place left to find. I could say it all tonight, let it out, just make it right. But I know that even then I just fall apart again. Because love like this won't end with a call I try to send. It would only pull me through back into the loss of you. I won't call you even when I break, even when my heart can't take another night without you. I won't call you even when it's true that the only thing I do is still belong to you. So I leave it where it stays, in the silence, in the space, in the words I never say, in the way I walk away. And if one day it feels right, if the time returns the light, maybe then I'll let it through. Every word I saved for you. I saw your name somewhere last week, not in a message, just passing by, like something that used to be part of me, showing up without a reason why. It didn't pull me back too far, just enough to pause and think how we used to spend whole afternoons without noticing the time slip by. There was never anything we lost, no sudden break, no heavy end, just days that slowly turned to space between two people who once were close. We had a way of keeping things light, laughing at things no one else would get, finding meaning in the smallest bits of stories that didn't need to last. I remember how you leaned back in your chair, talking like there was nowhere else to be, like time wasn't something we borrowed, but something we made on our own. And now it feels like a different world, not distant, just quietly changed, like walking past a place you knew and noticing it's not quite the same. I don't wonder what went wrong, because nothing really ever did. We just kept moving in separate ways without thinking to look behind. There's something honest in that kind of end, no words to tie it neatly up, no need to make it more than it was, just something that gently faded out. If I saw you walking through that door, I think I'd recognize your smile, even if it's been years in between. Some things don't leave completely. We might sit and talk like before, not filling every silence with sound, just letting the space exist the way it always used to. There wouldn't be questions we need to ask, no need to explain where we've been, just a quiet understanding that life has its way of unfolding. I think that's what I've come to see. Not everything needs to be held on tight. Some connections don't disappear, they just settle into something still. And in that stillness there's a kind of peace, not loud, not asking to be known, just present in a way that feels easy to carry through the years. I used to think goodbye had to be said, spoken clearly with a sense of end, but now I see it differently. Sometimes it never needs to come, because what we had doesn't feel lost, it just lives in a quieter place, like a part of me I don't visit often but still know is there. So if our paths never cross again, it won't feel unfinished or undone, just something that had its time and left in the gentlest way. And if one day we do meet again, I think we both just understand that nothing needs to be explained, and nothing needs to be the same.
I heard your voice in someone else, and it broke me where I stood. Not because it sounded like you, but because it never could. There was something in the difference that I couldn't reconcile. Like I finally understood you after losing you a while. I thought I knew what love was when you were next to me, but I see it in the absence more than I could ever see. And it's heavier in memory than it ever felt in touch, 'cause I didn't know your value until I missed you this much. I knew too late in the quiet after you, in the way the world kept moving, but I couldn't follow through. I knew too late when there's nothing left to say, and the only place you exist isn't what I replay. You gave me things so subtle, I mistook them as the same, as something I could find again in someone else's name. But no one holds a silence the way you used to do. No one makes the quiet feel like it's something you can't move through. And I remember how you listened, like my words had weight, like the smallest things I said was something you would keep safe. I didn't see it then, I didn't hold it right. I thought love would stay the same without the need to fight. I thought you'd always be there in the way you always were. I didn't think to question what I never felt unsure. I knew too late when your side stayed empty still, when the space you left behind me wouldn't bend against my will. I knew too late when I reached and nothing came, when the echo of your absence started saying back my name. There are moments I revisit, not to change but just to feel like the way you used to look at me when everything was real. And I wonder if you knew it, if you saw it start to fade, if you waited for a version of me that never quite was made. 'Cause I would give you everything now, in a way I never did. I would notice every detail, I would love you like I should. But love doesn't work in hindsight, it doesn't turn around, it doesn't wait for understanding after it's no longer found. I knew too late in the life I didn't live, in the things I never noticed, in the love I didn't give. I knew too late, and that's the hardest part. Now that you are gone from me, but how I held your heart. And I don't ask for forgiveness, I don't ask to make it right. I just sit inside the knowing that I lost you to my sight. Not to anger, not to distance, not to something we could blame, but to something far more fragile. I just didn't love the same. I knew too late, and I carry that alone, in the quiet where your memory still feels like home. Hey. You don't say it, but I feel it in the way you hesitate, like there's something on your mind you're deciding not to say. I've been standing in this moment, somewhere just before the line, not pretending not to see it, just not crossing it in time. There's a shift in how we're talking, there's a weight in every pause, like the silence holds a meaning we're both careful not to cause. We've been circling around it, never too far, never too close. Every word feels like a signal, every glance feels like it knows. And I wonder if you feel it in the same unspoken way, if you're holding back the moment just like I am here today. So we stay right where we are, in between what's said and not, in the space that feels familiar, but it's changing more than we thought. And I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna lose what this could be, but it's getting harder hiding what's already clear to me. You lean closer when you listen, like you're trying not to show, but I see it in your breathing, in the rhythm soft and low. There's a truth inside the distance that we haven't crossed yet, like we're both aware of something we're not ready to admit. Half sung, low and steady, I've had chances I could take right now, say the words out loud, break the tension in a second, cut straight through the doubt. But there's something in this waiting that feels honest, that feels right, like we're letting it become real without forcing it tonight. So we stay right where we are, in between what's said and not, in a space that feels familiar, but it's changing more than we thought. And I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna lose what this could be, but it's getting harder hiding what's already clear to me. Every second feels a little like it's leaning toward a choice, like the air is holding something we could give a voice. But there's beauty in the quiet, in the tension that we keep, like a promise slowly forming just beneath the surface deep. If we cross it, we can't go back, we can't pretend it's still the same. So we stay here just a moment, right before we say the name. Not because we're unsure, not because we're afraid, just because we understand the weight of what we'd say. So we stay right where we are, in between what's said and not, in a space that feels familiar, but it's changing more than we thought. I don't wanna rush it, don't wanna lose what this could be, but it's getting harder hiding what's already clear to me. Low spoken ending, we both know we just haven't said it. And maybe that's okay, for just a little longer. Let it stay here, right on the edge, where everything still feels possible.
Didn't think I'd see you here tonight, not in a place like this. Just walking in without a thought and finding you already there. For a second I almost turned away, not out of fear, just unsure how to stand inside a moment that feels both close and far. You looked up like you felt it too, the quiet recognition in the air. Not loud, not sudden, just something that slowly arrived. We said hello like nothing changed, simple words easy to hold, but underneath them there was something we both chose not to reach. I noticed how your voice has shifted, not much, just enough to hear. The time has moved around you in ways I didn't see before. There was a version of us once that would have filled this space with ease, letting everything unfold without thinking where to let. But now we sit with something lighter, not heavy, not incomplete, just a quiet kind of distance that neither of us questions. I don't ask where you've been, don't try to gather all the years, because somehow it feels enough to meet you as you are right now. There's a calm in keeping things this way, not reopening what is past, just letting the moment stand without turning it anymore. You smile the way you used to, just a little slower now, like something in you has settled into a place that feels steady. And I realize I've done the same, not in the ways I once imagined, but in quiet shifts that only show when moments like this appear. If we stayed longer, maybe more would come, stories, questions, things we missed. But there's something honest in leaving some of that untouched, because what we had doesn't need to be brought back into the light. It can remain where it belongs, softened by the years between. I think we both understand that in the way we keep things simple, not avoiding, not holding on, just letting it exist as it is. The room carries on around us, but this moment stands apart, not because it asks to be remembered, but because it already will be. And when we stand to leave again, there's no wait in the goodbye, just a quiet sense of closure that doesn't need to be said, Because sometimes meeting again isn't about returning to before, but seeing how far you've come without needing to explain.
You held my hand a little tighter, like you knew it wouldn't last. Not in panic, not in breaking, just a quiet from the past. We were standing in the answer before either of us spoke. There was nothing left to argue, nothing left that we could hold. And I saw it in your eyes then, not the leaving but the care. Like you didn't want to hurt me, but you couldn't keep me there. We didn't fall, we didn't shatter, we didn't lose control. We just reached a kind of truth that neither could withhold. We chose to let it end, not because we didn't try, but because we saw the damage in the things we couldn't hide. We chose to let it end while it still meant something real, before love turned into something we would struggle just to feel. I remember how you breathed in before you let me go, like you were holding on to everything you couldn't show. And I wanted to deny it, wanted one more reason why, but the truth was in the silence, not in anything we'd say. Sometimes love is not about staying, sometimes leaving is the grace. Not the kind that feels like winning, but the kind that leaves a trace of something that was honest, even if it couldn't last. Of something that was gentle, even as it moved to pass. We chose to let it end with no anger, no regret, with the kind of understanding we would never quite forget. We chose to let it end before we lost ourselves, before we turned into the people we once needed help from. And it hurts in ways that don't show, not the kind that breaks apart, just the kind that settles slowly in the center of your heart. I still feel you in the spaces where we used to overlap, in the way I almost call you before I remember that we are no longer that version, we are no longer those names. We are something that existed but could never stay the same. We chose to let it end while the love was still alive, not because we stopped believing, but because we couldn't thrive. We chose to let it end with our dignity intact, and that might be the only way to honor what we had. And if someday I remember, it won't be with any blame, just the quiet kind of knowing we were brave enough to change. change. Not every love is meant to stay. Not every story bends, but some of them are beautiful because of how they end.
Didn't notice how tired I was. Just kept moving from one thing to the next, like the day was something to get through instead of something I was living in. The chair feels different when I slow down, like it's been waiting for me all along, holding space without asking questions, letting me settle into the quiet. There's a softness in the way things land when I stop trying to hold them too tight, like thoughts that drift instead of press, like breathing that finally feels complete. I used to think I had to fill each hour, make it count in ways that others see, but sitting here with nothing much to prove, I find something better in between. The sound of cups, a distant laugh, a door that opens and closes again. None of it asking anything from me, just part of a world that moves along. And maybe I don't need to chase it all, don't need to match every passing pace. There's a rhythm in just being still and letting moments take their shape. I can feel the weight I didn't name, slowly leaving my shoulders behind, not disappearing all at once, but loosening enough to breathe. There's a kindness in giving less to the pressure that never really ends, a quiet agreement with myself that I don't have to win today. If I look back at all I've done, it's more than I would usually allow, but I'm learning not to measure worth by how much I can carry at once. The light outside is softened now, not fading, just shifting its tone, like everything knows how to change without needing to be told. I think I'm starting to understand the rest is not a thing to earn, it's something steady underneath the noise I've been creating. And in this small and simple pause, there's more than I expected to find, a space that isn't empty at all, but gently full of what I need. But I don't have to solve everything, don't have to figure out what's next. There's a comfort in letting go of answers that can wait a while. If tomorrow comes with all its weight, I'll meet it in a different way, not pushing harder than I should, just standing where I am. For now, this is more than enough, this quiet, this steady kind of ease. Not perfect, not complete, but exactly what I need. The world keeps turning either way, with or without my constant reach. Maybe there's a peace in that, and knowing I can simply be. So I'll sit here a little longer still, not hiding or falling behind, just giving myself the space to feel like I've arrived. didn't notice when it changed in me, from something light to something quietly deep. It wasn't sudden, didn't leave a trace, just slowly settled into every space. Like the way your voice can calm my mind, or how your silence feels so kind. Nothing loud, nothing to explain, just a place where you remain. I used to think that love would always show in brighter ways and things we'd always know, but you arrived without a sound and turned my whole world gently around. Now every step I take feels new, because it somehow leads to you. In every breath and every view, there's something pulling me to you. You are the part I cannot hide, the quiet truth I hold inside, the steady light that doesn't move, the kind of love I never lose. Stay in me like a gentle line, running through this heart of mine. And every word I never say, and every moment of my day, stay in me without a sound, like something always safe and found. Not a place that fades away, but where my deepest feelings stay. There's a softness in the way you are, like you don't need to reach too far to understand the hidden side of everything I try to hide. And I don't have to be afraid of every choice I haven't made, because with you I finally see a version of a calmer me. We don't need to rush ahead, we don't need the things we said in louder days that never stayed, in empty words that slowly fade. Instead we build in quiet time, in simple truths and steady lines, and every glance that softly grows into a love nobody shows. You are the place I come back to when I don't know what to do. Not a question, not a guess, just a quiet kind of yes. Stay in me like a gentle line, running through this heart of mine. And every word I never say, in every moment of my day, stay in me without a sound, like something always safe and found. Not a place that fades away, but where my deepest feelings stay. If everything should fall apart, if I lose pieces of my heart, I know you'd still be standing there in the quiet of the air. Not to fix or rearrange, not to force a sudden change, just to be the steady ground where I know I can be found. And maybe love was never meant to be a moment quickly spent, but something slow and always true, like every part of me and you. So I don't need a brighter sign or something more to call it mine, because in every breath I take, you are the calm I never break. This heart of mine, every word I never say, in every moment of my day, stay in me without a sound, like something always safe and found. Not a place that fades away, but where my deepest feelings stay. Stay in me beyond the time, beyond the reasons, beyond the rhyme. In every step I make I see, you're where I've always meant to be.
You walked in like a quiet answer, like a song I almost knew. Didn't try to steal the moment, still the moment turned to you. There's a softness in your silence, there's a story in your eyes. I've been good at keeping distance, now I'm giving that up tonight. I was fine with empty mornings, just a cup and passing time. But you sat across from me and changed the shape of every line. Now the air feels slightly warmer, Every sound feels more alive. It's like something in me woke up the second you arrived. So stay right where you are, don't move too far away. There's a rhythm in this feeling I don't wanna rearrange. And I don't need forever, just this moment to be true. If love is something simple, maybe it begins with you. You lean in just a little, say my name like it's brand new. I forget the words I practiced, every plan I thought I knew. There's a comfort in your laughter, low and easy, soft and slow, like a melody that settles in a place I didn't know. Have some close and intimate, I don't usually open up like this. I keep my world contained, but something in the way you listen makes it safe to say your name. I'm not trying to pretend, I just feel a little closer to the life I want again. So stay right where you are, don't move too far away. There's a rhythm in this feeling I don't wanna rearrange. And I don't need forever, just this moment to be true. If love is something simple, maybe it begins with you. No pressure in the silence, no need to fill the space, just your fingers on the table and that look upon your face. Every second stretches gently, like it doesn't want to end, like the world is being patient just to let us sit again. I don't want a grand confession, don't need fireworks above. If this quiet keeps on growing, that's enough to call it love. Not a rush or sudden thunder, not a fall I can't control. Just a steady kind of closeness settling into my soul. So stay right where you are, don't move too far away. There's a rhythm in this feeling I don't wanna rearrange. And I don't need forever, just this moment to be true. If love is something simple, maybe it begins with you. No spoken ending, don't say anything, just breathe here with me. This kind of silence says more than we need. If time keeps going, let it go its own way. Right here is enough, right now we can stay. Stay right where you are, don't move too far away. There's a rhythm in this feeling I don't wanna rearrange. I don't need forever, just this moment to be true. If love is something simple, maybe it begins with you.
I still wake up like you're next to me, like I haven't learned what it means to leave. For a second I don't feel the space, then it hits me slow, you're not in this place. And I try to move like I'm okay, like I didn't lose you yesterday. But every little thing I do still finds its way back into you. I don't say it out loud anymore, like I did so many times before. But deep inside it never changed, it only learned to stay contained. And I don't know how to erase the way you lived in every place. Every breath, every view still feels like it belongs to you. I'm still loving you quietly, in the words I never speak, in the piece you left in me. I'm still loving you quietly, like a truth I cannot hide, like a shadow by my side. Even when I try to leave, there are moments I almost forget, and something pulls me back again. A sound, a scent, a passing tone that makes me feel I'm not alone. But it's not you, it never is, just pieces of what once was this. And still I hold them like they're real, because it's all I get to feel. I don't reach out, I don't try to change the past or ask you why, because I know the answer's clear. You're not the one who's standing here, but love like this doesn't just fade, it doesn't follow what we say. It stays inside, it finds a way to live beyond the words we gave. I'm still loving you quietly, in the breath I hold too long, in the silence of each song, in the way I carry on. I'm still loving you quietly, even when I play it strong, even when I say I'm gone, you're still somewhere deep in me. I don't need you to come back or fix the things we seem to lack. I only need to understand why I still feel you in my hands, why every memory we made feels like it never really fades, why every time I close my eyes you're still the one I recognize. And maybe one day I'll let go of everything I used to know, but even then I know it's true, there's always something left of you. Not a love that asks to stay, not a voice that calls your name, but something soft that won't erase the way you fill this empty space. I'm still loving you quietly, in the calm I try to keep, in the promises I keep, even when they're only mine. I'm still loving you quietly, like a truth that won't release, like a moment without peace that I carry through my life. And maybe this is how it ends, not with a break, not with amends, but with the love that stays the same, even when it has no name. So I don't try to fight it now, I don't question why or how, I just let it stay with me the way it's always meant to be.
You've been here longer than I noticed, not in front but somewhere near, in the spaces in between my days, in the moments that felt clear. We never made it something bigger, never tried to give it a name, just a quiet kind of presence that kept showing up the same. Like a song I didn't listen to, but somehow learned by heart. Every note was always waiting for the right place to start. I remember all the small things, all the ways we let it be, how we never crossed the line but never really stayed free. There was something in your timing, in the way you understood, like you saw me without asking, like you knew me where I stood. And I don't know when it changed, when it turned into something more, but I feel it in the silence, in a way I didn't before. It's not sudden, it's not loud, it doesn't pull me apart, it just settles a little deeper every time you're in my heart. You don't try to shift the moment, you don't push for something new, but there's something in the way you stay that makes everything feel true. Not a question, not confusion, not a place I have to hide, just a quiet kind of clarity whenever you're beside me. Half sung low and close, I've had chances I could follow, I've had roads I didn't take, but something always pulled me back to the choices we would make. Not in words or big decisions, not in anything we said, just in all the ways we kept showing up instead. And I think that's what it is now, not a moment, not a phase. It's the way we've slowly built this through 1,000 passing days. Not a sudden realization, not a spark that came and went, just a feeling that kept growing every time our time was spent. If I look back at the beginning, I can see it in the light. All the things I didn't notice now are clearer in my sight. How you stayed when I was distant, how you listened without need, how you never tried to change me but still gave me what I need. And I don't feel like I'm falling, I don't feel like I might break. This isn't something fragile that a moment could take. It's something that kept forming even when I wasn't aware. Now it feels like something steady that was always waiting there. So I don't need to rush it now, don't need to question where it goes. There's a calm inside this feeling that already seems to know. And I don't need to say it for it to be understood. It's just something that kept growing, somehow turned into something good. Oh, low spoken ending. Maybe this is how it happens. Not all at once, not in a way you expect. Just something that stays, something that builds until one day you finally see it for what it is. You don't have to say forever, I can see it in your eyes. There's a quiet kind of distance that no truth can really hide. We've been dancing around the silence like it isn't standing here, like the space between our sentences isn't getting crystal clear. I'm not asking you to fight it, I'm not asking you to stay, like a story that is ending. Even words get in the way. But if we're already falling from the place we used to be, can we land a little softer if you spend tonight with me? Just stay until the feeling fades. Don't rush to close the door. We don't have to fix the ending, we don't have to be sure. Let the moment hold us lightly like it always used to do. We can let it end in kindness just by staying like we do. There are pieces of your laughter still living in this room, in the way you say my name, in the space you always choose. And I know that love is shifting like the tide we couldn't hold, but that doesn't make it nothing just because it's getting old. We were never made of forever, we were built on borrowed time, on the nights we didn't question, on the days we felt aligned. And I'd rather keep it gentle than pretend we're still the same. We don't need to force a future just to justify the flame. So stay until the feeling fades. Let it loosen, let it breathe. We can watch it turn to memory without tearing at the seams. You don't have to hold me tightly, you don't have to make it last. We can let it end with quiet, like a song that slowly passed. I don't want a perfect ending, I don't need a final line. Just a moment where we're honest without trying to rewind. Where your hand still fits inside mine, even knowing it will slip. Where we choose to feel it fully before we let it gently drift. And maybe that's the difference between breaking and release. When we stop demanding answers, love can leave us in one piece. So don't look for something certain, don't reach for something new. Let the now be all that matters while I'm sitting here with you. Just stay until the feeling fades, like the light at closing time, like the last note of a melody that still knows how to shine. We don't need to call it failure, we don't need to call it pain. It was real and it was enough, even if it doesn't remain. When you walk out in the morning, I won't ask you to turn back. I'll just carry what you gave me in the quiet where you left. And I'll learn to live without it, without forcing what we knew. But tonight can still be ours, like it always used to do. So stay until the feeling fades, not because we're holding on, but because we understand it was never meant too long. And the way we let it go now might be all that we can save. A love that didn't break apart, just slowly chose to change.
You're sitting right across from me tonight, close enough to hear you breathe. But something in the space between us feels wider than it used to be. We talk the way we always have, same words, same careful tone. But underneath it there's a quiet neither of us tries to name. I notice how you hold your cup now, not the way you did before. Like something small has shifted in the rhythm of your hands. There's nothing wrong I can point to, no moment where it clearly changed. Just something softer slipping out without asking to be seen. I remember when this felt easy, when silence didn't carry weight, when just being here together was enough to fill the room. Now every pause feels different, not uncomfortable, just aware, like we're both listening for something that doesn't quite arrive. I wonder if you feel it too, this distance that isn't far, this way of sitting side by side while slowly drifting off. It's not something I can fix tonight, not something words could bring back, just something I can recognize in the way we've come to be. I don't reach for anything more, don't try to close the space, because part of me understands this might be where we are. There's a kind of honesty in that, and letting things remain unchanged, and not forcing what once came easily to return the same way again. If I look at you a little longer, I still see what I always did, just layer with something quieter that I'm only now noticing. And maybe that's what this is, not an ending, not a break, just a different shape But here between us there's a stillness that doesn't ask to be filled. I take a breath and let it stay, not turning it into regret, just something I can sit with now without needing to change, because not everything we share has to remain the way it was. Some things shift without a sound and settle into something else, so I don't try to pull it back, don't reach for what we had before, just staying here across from you in a way that feels true. And even in this quiet space, there's something I can still recognize, not the same, not what it was, but something that hasn't disappeared.
I didn't notice when it started, just a shift I couldn't name, like something slowly opening every time you said my name. It wasn't loud or overwhelming, no sudden rush, no sudden spark, just a quiet kind of presence settling softly in the dark. Not a darkness full of weight, but a place I used to hide in. And somehow you made it warmer just by standing there beside. I've known moments that felt close to this, but they faded with the day, like reflections in a window that just quietly slip away. But this stays a little longer, this feels different when you're near, like the feeling doesn't vanish, it just settles deeper here. So I don't try to rush it now, I don't try to understand. There's a rhythm in this silence that I'm learning not to plan, and I don't need to name it to believe in what it does. It's the way it grows between us, it's the way it slowly was. You don't fill the space with noise, you don't try to make it more, but every word you choose to say feels heavier than before. Not in a way that pulls me down, but in something calm and real, like every quiet sentence knows exactly how to feel. Half sun, low and infecting, I've spent time avoiding this, keeping distance in my mind, but something in your presence makes that distance hard to find. Not because you asked for more, not because you pull me through, just because it feels so natural to be understood by you. So I don't try to rush it now, I don't try to understand. There's a rhythm in this silence that I'm learning not to plan, and I don't need to name it to believe in what it does. It's the way it grows between us, it's the way it slowly was. There's a shift in how I see things, in the way the hours pass. What used to feel like empty space now feels like something that lasts. Not because it's guaranteed, not because it's always clear, but because it keeps returning every time that you are here. If I look too far ahead, I might lose what this could be, but right now it feels enough. just to have you next to me. Not a story I've completed, not a line I've fully read, just a page that keeps unfolding with the words we haven't said. So I don't try to rush it now, I don't try to understand. There's a rhythm in this silence that I'm learning not to plan, and I don't need to name it to believe in what it does. It's the way it grows between us, it's the way it slowly was. Low spoken ending, I think this is how it begins. Not all at once, not in a way you can point to, just something that stays a little longer each time, until one day you realize it never left. I don't try to rush it now, I don't try to understand. There's a rhythm in this silence that I'm learning not to plan, and I don't need to name it to believe in what it does. It's the way it grows between us, it's the way it slowly was.
I didn't plan to sit this long tonight, just stopped in for a quiet cup and time to breathe. But something in the way the chair pulled me in felt like it knew I needed not to leave too soon. The window shows a softened city glow, not loud, not rushed, just quietly moving on. And I can see my reflection in the glass, looking calmer than I thought I'd be. I remember how we used to talk like this, slow and easy without needing to impress, just letting silence fill the space between, like it belonged there all along. There was a comfort in the way you stayed, not reaching for more, not asking for less, just being present in the smallest things, like the way you held your cup. And now I sit here tracing thoughts alone, not lonely, just aware of passing time. There's something gentle in remembering you, without the need to turn it into more. The music hums beneath the quiet air, soft notes that don't demand to be heard. And I think that's how we used to be, never loud, but always there. If I close my eyes, I hear your voice, not clearly, just enough to feel the shape, like something distant but still familiar, like a melody I almost know. I wonder where you are these days, if you still find comfort in simple rooms, or if the world has taken you somewhere loud, where quiet thoughts don't get to stay. There was a time I would have asked, would have chased the answer down, but sitting here I understand some things don't need to be followed through. The coffee's gone, but I remain, letting minutes stretch without regret. There's no urgency in how I feel, just a steady kind of peace. I used to think that love meant holding on, keeping every piece from drifting far. But now I see it differently. Sometimes it's knowing when to let it rest. And maybe that's what this moment is. Not a memory pulling me back, but something softer, something kind. A quiet place where I can just exist. The light above flickers ever so slightly, like it's tired too from holding space. And I smile at how even small things can feel like they understand. If you walked in right now, I don't think I'd say much at all. Maybe just look up and nod, like we never needed more than that. There's a beauty in what we had, not loud enough to echo through years, but strong enough to sit with me on a night like this. I didn't come here looking for you, but I found something close enough, a version of the past that feels at ease with where I am right now. So I'll stay a while longer in this seat, not waiting, not wishing for change, just letting time move gently forward without needing to hold it back. And when I finally stand to leave, I'll carry this quiet with me, not as something heavy or unfinished, but as something softly complete.
I still make space for you in places you don't go anymore. Not because I'm holding on, but because you lived there before. It's in the chair across from mine, the side I never take, in the silence after midnight, in the habits I don't break. And I don't call it missing you, it's quieter than that, more like something settled deep that never fully left. I learned to live around it, like a shadow in the room, not dark enough to change the light, but always in the view. I didn't lose you all at once, you left in slow ways, in the words we didn't finish, in the looks that didn't stay. And somehow that made it harder, 'cause nothing ever broke. We just became less certain in the things we never spoke. So I let you stay in softer forms, in pieces I don't fight, not in ways that pull me back, just in ways that feel like life. I don't need you here beside me to know what we once were. I can feel it in the quiet without needing to return. The way you said my name still echoes when it's late, not loud enough to hurt me, just enough to resonate. And I don't chase the memory, I don't replay the past, but some things don't need revisiting to know they're built to last. Not every love is meant to stay, not every bond remains, but some of them don't don't disappear. They just learn to change. They shift into the background, into something less defined. Not something you can hold again, but something that aligns with the way you see the world, with the way you choose to feel, like a quiet understanding of what was once so real. I don't wonder where you are now, or if you think of me. I don't need that kind of closure to accept what used to be. 'Cause what we had was honest, even if it couldn't last. And I don't measure something's worth by how long it holds the past. So I let you stay in gentler ways, in spaces you belong. Not as something I still need, but something that made me strong. You're not a weight I carry, you're not a wound I hide. You're just a part of something that still moves me from inside. And maybe that's the difference now, between then and what I know. I don't need to keep you close, to never let you go.
I almost said your name out loud today, in a room where you've already gone away. And for a second I forgot the truth, that I don't get to reach for you. It felt so real, like nothing changed, like time had quietly rearranged and left you standing next to me, in the place we used to be. I had to stop, I had to breathe, hold back the words that slipped from me. Because if I let them fall again, I might not pull myself back in. And I don't know how to move through a world that lost you. In the spaces you remain, I still feel you're just the same. You're still in everything I do, in every thought that leads to you, in every quiet part of me. You're where I never stopped being. I almost reached for you tonight, in the middle of a fading light, like I could still just turn around and find you somewhere in this town. But all I found was empty air and memories that stayed right there. Not loud enough to make me break, but strong enough I couldn't shake. And I've been trying not to fall into the past that holds it all, but every step just pulls me through, back to a version close to you. You're still the echo in my voice, still the reason in my choice, still the silence in between every place you've ever been. You're more than something I can lose, more than something I can choose. You're the part that still remains, even through the quiet pain. And I don't know how to let you go, and every part of me still knows the way you look, the way you stay, the way you never walked away. So I hold it in instead, every word I never said, every feeling left behind, still repeating in my mind. I almost said your name again, like I was back in where we'd been, like nothing ever had to end, like I could still be more than this. And for a moment I believed that you were still right here with me, in the way the air still moves, in the shape I can't remove. And I don't wanna lose that part, even if it breaks my heart, because it's all I have of you, and it still feels just as true. You're still in everything I do, in every thought that leads to you, in every quiet part of me. You're where I never stop being, and maybe I will learn to stand without reaching for your hand. But even then I know it's true, there's no me that's not with you. So if your name still finds its way to the words I almost say, I'll let it stay. I won't pretend I ever Because you're still here in the same place. I almost said your name, and even if I let you go, I'll never let that feeling go. Thought I'd only stay a minute or two, just long enough to clear my head. But something in the quiet of this place made it hard to stand up again. The table holds the weight of nothing much, just a cup and scattered thoughts. But somehow that feels like enough for everything I couldn't say out loud. There's a rhythm in the way time moves here, not fast, not slow, just steady. Like it's not trying to take anything from me or push me somewhere else. I didn't notice how full my mind had been until it started to settle down. Like a room that finally grows quiet after holding too many voices. I remember how I used to sit with you, not needing to explain each pause, just letting moments stretch and breathe without asking them to be more. There was a comfort in that kind of space, in not filling every silence we had, just knowing it was alright to stay without turning it into something else. Now it's just me in that same kind of stillness, but it doesn't feel empty at all. Just a different version of something familiar that I didn't think I'd find again. The light shifts slowly across the wall, like it's marking time without pressure, and I find myself falling in without thinking where it leads. I used to believe I needed more answers, more direction, but sitting here with nothing decided, I feel closer to something real. There's no urgency in how I breathe, no weight in the passing minutes, just a quiet kind of presence that doesn't ask me to change. If I stay here a little longer, nothing falls apart or fades away, just a sense of being exactly here without needing to move forward. I can feel the day behind me now, not heavy, not pulling me back, just something that happened and gently let me go. And what comes next can wait for now, it doesn't need to enter this space. There's something in holding still that feels more complete than rushing on. I don't need to explain this feeling, don't need to turn it into meaning, just letting it exist as it is without asking anything more. Because sometimes this is enough, this quiet, this simple kind of pause, not leading anyway specific, just letting me remain. And maybe that's what I needed, not a change, not something new, just a place where I can sit and feel like I don't have to leave. So I stay a little longer, still not waiting, not holding on, just letting this moment be exactly what it is.
I almost called you from the hallway, with my hand still on the light. There was nothing left to ask you, but I missed your voice tonight. And I know we said the ending, like two people being kind. Still my heart keeps walking backward to the place we left behind. I don't wanna make you lonely, I don't wanna pull you near. I just needed one small minute to admit you're still in here. Not like thunder, not like breaking, not a wound I cannot bear. More like music in the kitchen when I turn and you're not there. So I love you in a softer way, where my hands don't reach your door. I'll keep all the little things, but I won't ask for more. I'll be grateful for the years, for the laughter we survived, for the part of me you changed, and the part you left alive. There are cups I still don't move now. There are books I leave unread. There are phrases only you knew, still repeating in my head. But I'm learning how to breathe here, in a room that feels half new. Like the silence isn't empty, it just learned the shape of you. Maybe love is not possession, maybe goodbye can be grace. Maybe some roads stay inside us, even when we leave the place. And if someday you remember how I held your tired hand, please don't think I stayed in sorrow. I am trying to understand. So I love you in a softer way, where my voice won't cross your line. I'll keep every tender memory, but I'll give you back your life. I'll be gentle with the aching, let it fade without a fight. Let the last thing that I gave you be the freedom to be light. And I won't say I'm over you, like the heart can close on cue. I will only say I'm moving with the kindness learned from you. Some days still feel unfinished, some nights still say your name, but the love that once held both of us can release us just the same. If you ever hear this somewhere in a quiet little room, know I sang it like a letter that was never meant to wound. Not a plea and not a promise, not a chain around the past, just a thank you spoken softly for a love that couldn't last. So I love you in a softer way, past the need to be believed, past the ache of being almost, past the fear of being free. You can keep the life you wanted, I can keep the truth we knew. We were beautiful for a season, and that season carried me through. Almost called you from the hallway, then I let the moment go. There are ways to keep on loving that don't ask the heart to show. So I whispered nothing outward, closed the door and dimmed the view, and the room felt calm around me. like it finally forgave you. Hold me close before the world starts moving. Say my name like you already know. There's a quiet kind of magic in the way you look at me, slow enough to make the whole room glow. I don't need 1,000 promises, I don't need the perfect line. Just your hand around this coffee cup and your heartbeat next to mine. You laugh softly, I lean closer. Every little second finds a tune. Somehow love feels easy here, like the table was made for two. So stay a little longer. Let the day wait outside the door. I've been searching for a feeling that doesn't ask me to be more. And you make the silence sweeter. You turn small hours into songs when your voice falls low beside me. I know where my heart belongs. You tell stories with your fingers, tracing circles on the glass. I pretend I'm calm and steady, but I'm falling way too fast. There's a rhythm in your breathing, there's a warmth in every pause. I was used to guarded moments, now I'm learning to get lost. Have sung close to the microphone. Baby, I don't say this often, but you make time feel kind. Like every road I walked before you was just learning how to find this little corner, this soft table, this look that pulls me through. I came in for a cup of comfort, then I found the shape of you. So stay a little longer. Let the day wait outside the door. I've been searching for a feeling that doesn't ask me to be more. And you make the silence sweeter. You turn small hours into songs when your voice falls low beside me. I know where my heart belongs. No rush, no heavy questions, no storm behind our eyes. Just two hearts speaking gently in a language without trying. Your smile lands on my shoulder, your words move slow and low. Every note inside this room has learned your name by now. If love can be this tender, I don't wanna run. If home can be a person, you might be the one. Not a dramatic kind of wonder, not a fire out of control, just a steady kind of music settling into my soul. So stay a little longer. Let the day wait outside the door. I've been searching for a feeling that doesn't ask me to be more. And you make the silence sweeter. You turn small hours into songs when your voice falls low beside me. I know where my heart belongs. Low spoken ending, just sit with me. No need to explain. Your hand, my hand, the quiet sound of rain. If the world keeps spinning, let it spin somewhere far. Right here, right now, I know who you are. Stay a little longer. Let the day wait outside the door. I've been searching for a feeling that doesn't ask me to be more. And you make the silence sweeter. You turn small hours into songs when your voice falls low beside me. I know where my heart belongs.
You walked in like you already knew. There was nothing I had to prove to you. No heavy words, no need to pretend. Just a quiet kind of truth you sent. I didn't feel like I had to run, didn't feel like I had to be someone. You stayed the same, steady and kind, like a calm that settles in my mind. Every step just falls in place, every look feels safe to face. No rush, no pressure to explain. You make it simple once again, and you carry me softly through the weight of the day, through the noise that won't stay, through the doubts that fade away. You carry me softly like a song I can trust, like a moment that's enough, like a feeling made of us. There's a way you say my name, like it's never been the same, like it holds a deeper tone, like I'm never here alone. And the way you let things be, never pulling hard on me, gives me space to breathe and grow in a way I didn't know. We don't chase what's far ahead, we don't fill the air with said things that don't belong right here. We just let the truth appear, and you carry me softly through the weight of the day, through the noise that won't stay, through the doubts that fade away. You carry me softly like a song I can trust, like a moment that's enough, like a feeling made of us. If the world turns loud again, if I lose my way within, I will find you standing still with a quiet kind of will. Not to change what's meant to be, not to shape or capture me, just to stay and let me see who I am when I am free. And I carry you softly in the spaces we've made, in the choices we've stayed, in the love that doesn't fade. I will carry you softly through the rise and the fall, through the calm in it all, through the truth beneath it all. And we carry this slowly, not a step out of line, not a need to define, just a rhythm, you and I. We will carry this gently through whatever may come, through the days yet undone, through the life we've just begun. The day begins without a rush or sound, just a quiet light that moves around through the space we've come to know. In the way we take it slow, there's no need to say too much. In the comfort of your touch, everything is already there. In the moments that we share, I don't wonder where we'll go, or the things we need to know. All the answers seem to stay in the way we are today. And I feel it in the air, something steady, something rare. Not a dream that fades away, but a place where we can stay. This is where we stay, in the calm we create, in the love we don't chase, in the time we embrace. This is where we stay. Not a need to be more than the life we have, for sure. In the space we adore. We don't need a perfect scene or a version we have seen in the stories people tell of a love that never fell. What we have is quiet and true in the way I look at you. that stays around. There's a soft